What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This week's match report is a little bit different. You've got me, Mari, and you've got Miles Weber as well. But we're working this week. We be working. So
We do be working. You got hair to flip. I don't, but
Oh, it's so fun, Miles. You gotta get a little hair piece to do it.
I do. I like the hip. I like when people do like a hip swivel and then it works their way up to their head, and then it's like a whole. I love that. Yeah, I'm very jealous.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, we are recording this a little bit earlier in the week this week, so we're switching it up just a little bit since there's not a whole lot of news at this point, because, well, things can always change because it's the end of the week, you know?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we could. Who knows? I shudder to think what might be in the news cycle come like the end of this week. But midweek, it's already been pretty exhausting. Like, I was trying to scour like what's been going on this week that isn't that, and I'm like, oh, just that. Okay. All right. Well, at least we're all angry at the same stuff again.
Just that is enough. My goodness.
Yeah. So I figured, it didn't really make too much sense that like do jokes about the bad news. We can address it and have a conversation about it. And then I got some good stuff towards the back end that'll, at the very least, brighten your spirits for a little while.
Yes. You gotta mix it up, you know. It's an open sandwich system.
The open face sandwich.
It's an open face sandwich, you know. You start with the meaty stuff, and then you get down to the bread, which is always really, really good.
That's a way to look at it. Right on. Okay.
And there,
it's just like
with it.
It's just like an open face sandwich. Perfect. Yeah, it's like that. Footage from a traffic stop back in December, where the officers pulled over a service member who was Black and Latino, I believe, and he was in his service gear, and they pulled him over and pepper sprayed him and were extremely forceful for no reason.
No reason. And they couldn't see the registration sticker. Now, the driver, I think, probably for his own concern for safety, with knowing how things are in the news, went to a like a well-lit gas station and pulled over there.
And he turned on his emergency flashers until he got there. So that's at least identifying to emergency flashers are always alerting other drivers something is going on with your vehicle, or you're acknowledging a situation is happening around your vehicle. If the cop's lights go on behind you and you turn on the flashers, that's me acknowledging I see you. Yes. And we're flashing together. Look at me. I'm doing it like you. So that's what you're supposed to do, and be polite, hands on the wheel where they can see him, be polite. He did everything. But I do encourage people to, if they have Netflix, a good friend of mine wrote and directed a short film that just got nominated for an Oscar, and it's called Two Distant Strangers. It's 32 minutes long, and it's on Netflix, and it could not have been released at a more pertinent and meaningful time, because it is exactly this, which is we are stuck in the same time loop. And I heard my friend who wrote and directed the short, he did an interview on The Daily Show, and he said, and he is a 6'10" Black man. So he sticks out like a sore thumb everywhere he goes. And he said, he's like, everything in my hand looks like a weapon to a police officer. Keys, everything looks like a weapon.
Yeah.
But also, I think I looked it up. The average police academy lasts 24 weeks in the United States. It varies state to state, but on average, the average police academy is 24 weeks, which is around 6 months. So a barber requires more schooling than a police officer. So I think it is high time that if you're going to continue to demand respect as the police and as that police force, then I think it's not out of the question to make you have to go to a minimum of 4 years of police schooling.
Man, this is a good combo. I don't even know if we need to get to the good stuff. No, we should get to the good stuff.
Yeah, for the fun of it. We got 3 little fun ones. I wouldn't read the first one, but I know you're trying to really perfect that Russian accent that you've been working on.
God damn you! Is that what I'm trying to do? Perfect the Russian accent? All right, here we go.
I rewrote it a couple times. So at first it was a Russian eagle joke, and then I was like, let's do baby steps.
All right. Mountains. Oh, so better. Some funner news. Here we go. Mountains of garbage in Russia are being turned into fashionable accessories. Ooh. This story has all the makings of being good until you ask a Russian why they're doing it, in which they said, quote, "We must make plastic clothes because our government is so evil."
Duh.
So
yeah, they're making like handbags and stuff, and like legit. It doesn't even look like plastic or anything like that. It looks like it's like
good?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks legit. So yeah, they're making accessories and stuff out of all their mountains of garbage. So, which is good.
Gotta do something with the garbage, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of waste and a lot of like what we think our recycling gets recycled and then it doesn't really. And so, yeah, I mean, I think we got to do something with it. So yeah. I'm all for turning it into new stuff. So yeah, there's something they're doing with like mixing it with 3D printing and everything. And they're able to make it into something new and something cool. So yeah, cool. I'm all for it, man. Do the 3D printing stuff.
That's great. Love it.
I support it. All right. This next one's cool because I got a link for you and we can look at it. But here we go. A 14-year-old girl who beat cancer got the ultimate make-a-wish when a company made an animatronic dragon for her to take home and train. A teenage girl training a dragon is adorable. A teenage boy training his dragon is just the reason why he spends so much time in the bathroom. Also, with a lot of 3D printed individual scales, they made this robotic dragon that apparently for this 14-year-old girl who beat cancer, it like is for her. Like it responds to her voice specifically.
Wow.
And like her touch and everything, and it interacts with her and all that cool stuff.
It's a really beautiful dragon.
It's dope, right? That's actually really cool looking.
Yeah, it is really gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And so she just loves dragons, huh? She's like a dragon freak.
She's a big dragon freak. Oh yeah, that's like the thing she loves in life most. So yeah, so they the Make-A-Wish people are killing the game, and they were like, oh yeah, we can make you this really fancy dragon. We're not gonna like release it to the public because it's too complicated to make for everyone, but you can totally have it. So yeah, they custom made her own little animatronic dragon.
That's beautiful. That's so cool. And she named it Dusk. What a pretty name.
That's a pretty dope name for a dragon.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Is there a type of animal that you would want them to make like an animatronic thing for you? Like, would you dig a dragon, or would you go with some other mystical creature? Would you go with a regular type of, like an animatronic bear or something? Like, I don't even know.
The first thing I thought of was mermaid, and then I was like, that would be weird because it would be a human on the top.
Oh my goodness.
But I would like to like be able to like, you know, it's animatronic. But if it was waterproof, I'd love to like swim around with a mermaid. This is a dumb answer, huh? I might need to amend this answer.
It's a stretch. I mean, you're gonna have to work with the guys over at Disney, right? Like who make the Pirates of the Caribbean pirates, so that way you can get like a realistic mermaid that you could swim and interact with underwater.
Yeah, that's what I would want. Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Miles?
Well, yeah, I don't think it would be a mermaid. A dragon would be cool. I would want like I think I'd want like a big Sasquatch.
Furry.
Yeah, you know, like a Harry and the Hendersons. I'd want like a giant type of Sasquatch that I could just kind of, you know, chill with, and if it did select things.
Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah, Harry and the Hendersons. Did I just tickle a part of your brain that hasn't been stimulated since your youth?
Yes. Oh my God. That smile. Oh my God. That's what it was called. Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons. There you go.
All right. Last piece of quick good news here.
Yes.
An Irish man who mailed himself home from Australia in the 1960s. Did I really
Yes.
just read that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. An Irish man who mailed himself home from Australia in the 1960s is now trying to find the friends who helped ship him. Imagine living such a life that it takes you almost 60 years to send your friends a "made it" text. I'm safe, don't worry.
My bad.
Got to Ireland.
TTYL.
It's like, oh, I've been worried about you since 1960.
Right? So yes, apparently in 1964, this guy from Wales was working in Australia with his buddies, and he got homesick, and he was like, because of like the visa thing that was worked out back then, and then like not having the funds, he's like, I want to go home, but I can't get back. And so they're like, well, maybe if we just mailed you. And so they ordered a box that I think they said was 3 by 3 by 2.
That's small.
It's a small box. So this was supposed to only take 36 hours to ship him from Australia to Wales. 36 hours. So he got the small box, they poked holes in it, they like strapped him to it and everything, so that way he's secure, and he's like folded into it. So it's small enough so he doesn't like clank around, but they put Fragile on it and this side up. And he had a pillow, a water bottle, an empty water bottle, because obviously, a little baggie, and a flashlight, I think. Yeah, he had a flashlight. That was it. And he was like, all right, I can make 36 hours. This will be rough. Apparently, when they shipped him, something happened when they were delivering the box, and it went not to Wales.
Oh, no.
Right? And so after 2 days, it was not handled with care. And he said he spent 24 hours shipped upside down, which was excruciating. And he almost was like, this is too much. I'm just going to give myself up. And he's like, you've already done this much. You can't possibly stop now. You got to get home. And so finally it took 5 days. 5 days. And he ended up in Los Angeles. And the people who found him there, like initially they had called the cops and everything, but the people who found him he told them the story, and they were like, you know what? We're going to take care of you. And they paid for him to be flown home. Like the end of friggin' Castaway with Tom Hanks or something. Where he's like, I got water in my glass. They paid to send him home. So he made it. But apparently he lost touch with those friends. Like he tried to reach out to them when he got there, and he couldn't get a hold of them. And so now he's older, and he's trying to go and find them again because he thinks he won't get arrested for doing that.
That's wild. What a cool story.
But he said like he was severely dehydrated by the end of the 5 days, and his body was like numb because you're not moving.
Was he packed in a way where he couldn't like move too much? So when he was upside down, he had to stay upside down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Right? It's terrible. So yeah. And apparently that same year, somebody else also mailed themselves, but successfully. They successfully mailed themselves on a 36-hour trip. And the guy apparently, once he got there, put on a fresh new pair of clothes and just hitchhiked home the rest of the way. People were crafty. People were wilding, man. I'm telling you, this is what it is. People get adventurous and creative.
Were wild. I don't think I could even do that last part of the story, which is hitchhike. I don't think I could do that.
Oh no, you're a lady. I wouldn't advise you to do
myself.
That. Yeah, he shipped himself home. Now he wants his friends that helped him.
That's so cute. I hope he finds his friends.
Right? Yeah, that's the bunch. That's a team that's more legendary than the Sandlot, man. Like, I mean, you guys helped mail me.
I thought I was was reading that wrong. I was like, I had to read that a couple times. Well, that's awesome. Miles, thanks for putting together the news for the Match Report this week. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week. We'll be streaming on Twitch, and then you'll see us here on YouTube as well. So have a great week. Take care of yourselves. We love you. Make sure you follow Miles all over on social media. And yeah. Bye.
Toodaloo.